All right, if you're a Java developer working with Spring, you already know how powerful it is. But what if I told you there's a feature that can seriously level up your code, making it way cleaner and a whole lot easier to manage? We're talking about aspect-oriented programming, or AOP. And today, we're going to finally clear up two of its core concepts, the join point and the point cut.
Oh, you know the feeling, right? You've got your core business logic, the important stuff, but it's just getting swamped with repetitive code for logging or security checks or transaction management. You write it once, and then it's copy, paste, paste, paste all over the place. Your classes get bloated, and trying to change that one logging line becomes a total nightmare. There has to be a better way, right?
Well, guess what? There is. And that problem we just described, it actually has a name. It's called a cross-cutting concern. It's any piece of functionality that slices across the different layers of your application. Things like logging, security, caching, they're all absolutely essential, but they aren't the main point of your business logic. And when they're tangled up everywhere, your code just becomes a mess. And the solution requires a little shift in how we think. Instead of scattering this code all over, what if we could neatly bundle it up? That is the entire idea behind aspect-oriented programming. AOP lets us surgically remove those cross-cutting concerns, pull them out of our business logic, and then apply them in a really clean, declarative way. It's an incredibly powerful tool for keeping your code focused on what it's actually supposed to be doing. Okay, to really get this, we've got to learn the lingo. Let's do a super quick rundown. First, you have an aspect. That's just the module that holds your cross-cutting concern. Think of it as your logger aspect. Then there's the advice, which is the actual code, the what you want to do. And that brings us to the stars of our show today, the joint point, which is any possible place you could apply that advice, and the point cut, which is the rule that pinpoints the exact spot to apply it.
So AOP needs to know where it could step in and do its thing. These opportunities, well, those are our join points. Let's break down what that really means.
A join point is basically any point during the execution of your program where you could potentially inject some logic. Let's try an analogy. Imagine you're a stage manager for a big play. A join point is every single moment you could possibly give a direction. When an actor walks on stage, when they walk off, every single line they speak, every pause. It's the entire universe of potential cues you could act on. Now listen up, because this is the single most important thing for Spring developers to remember. While AOP as a concept can have many types of join points, Spring keeps it simple. Really simple. In Spring AOP, a join point always means one thing, a method execution. That's it. Every time a method is called in your Spring application, that's a join point. That's a potential opportunity. Okay, so if join points are all the possible method calls, that's potentially thousands of opportunities. We don't want to log every single method, right? So how do we pick the right one? Well, that's exactly where the point cut comes into play. It's our selection rule. A point cut is an expression, like a query, that matches very specific join points. It's the rule that tells the AOP framework, hey, don't act everywhere. Act only here, here, and here. So going back to our stage manager analogy, the point cut isn't the whole play. The point cut is the specific instruction only when the main character enters stage left and says their catchphrase. It's a precision filter for all those potential join points. So let's lock this in. A join point is the where. It's the massive pool of any and all possible method executions. The point cut is the rule. It's the specific expression that filters that pool. It says, I only care about public methods in the service package, or I only care about methods that have the @transactional annotation. The point cut is how you pluck the exact moments you need from that huge sea of join points. So here's the workflow in the real world. First, your application is running, and every single method call is a potential join point. It's just happening. Second, you write a point cut expression that acts like a net, catching only the specific join points you're interested in. And finally, your advice, your logging code, your security check gets to run automatically at every single spot your point cut selected. It's an incredibly powerful and precise system. Okay, that's a lot of technical terms. Join point, point cut, advice, great. But so what? What is the actual payoff here? Why should you bother organizing your code this way? It all comes back to the problem we started with. By using this AOP toolkit, you can finally, cleanly separate those cross-cutting concerns from your core business logic. The result? Your code becomes so much cleaner and dramatically easier to maintain.
But the most important thing is that it frees you and your team up to focus on the interesting stuff, the code that actually builds features and delivers value, not all the boilerplate code that just gets in the way.
So, I'll leave you with a little piece of homework. Think about the project you're working on right now. Where are those cross-cutting concerns? Where is that repetitive logging or that security code hiding in plain sight? Because now that you really understand join points and point cuts, you have the exact tools you need to go in there and start cleaning things up.